Hey everybody, welcome to the Columbus Wire Quick Hit Pregame Preview. I'm Andy Evans.
I'm Sam Fahmi.
And look who's coming along for the ride once again.
We're not sure what is happening here, but we're going to try to do our best.
It's becoming a tradition.
It is becoming a tradition, which is kind of weird for us.
We ended the regular season, unfortunately, this way against that team up north. But we're starting a new tradition.
And we know it's going to be a better turnout today than it was at the last time we came to you.
Hopefully. We know this
As long
much.
as nobody gets hurt, it's going to be a better turnout.
Hey, knock on wood.
That is true.
Let's knock on wood.
We got turf here.
And you know what? Knock on something. But here we are, live at the 2023 Ohio State football spring game. And offense versus defense. Let's go over a couple of things just to kind of keep you up to date.
We should say it's the spring game.
Yes, the spring game.
As in there will be games played between the offense and the defense, but it's not a game in your traditional sense of game.
This is very true. So here's the setup, Sam. It's offense versus defense. Offense in the scarlet. Gray is going to be the defense. They are going to be running the first three quarters, 12 to 15 minutes, kind of around there. And there will be clock stoppages if need be. However, fourth quarter, 10 minutes, running clock. That's all there is to it. They're not going to stop for anything. So here's what we know as far as who we are going to see today. Or should I say, actually who we know we're not going to see.
Yes.
Running back Travion Henderson, wide receivers Emeka Buka and Julian Fleming, linebacker Tommy Eichenberg. They've all been out this spring, healing up from injuries. However, we got some news last week as well as just earlier this week on three more guys that have been participating in spring practice that will not be playing today. Two of them on offense, one of them on defense. We just found out last week, Steele Chambers, lower body injury. He was seen on crutches in last Friday's practice. Ryan Day did not stipulate as to the severity of the injury, but said he's going to have surgery. And then wide receiver, the man we're calling X, Xavier Johnson. He also was seen with a boot on his foot, and he was rolling around on one of those scooter deals.
Yes.
You know? So those two are scratches. However, the biggest news, Sam, that we found out just on Wednesday, and this is a huge blow because I know everybody out there, this was the most highly anticipated position battle coming into the spring, and now unfortunately we're really not going to see the culmination of all those spring drills that we've been seeing between the two, and that was junior Kyle McCord and redshirt freshman Devin Brown, who is apparently out. Not apparently, he is out.
Definitely out.
He is definitely out for today's game. He's having surgery on his finger. So Sam, we know we're going to see Kyle McCord. Now that opens the door for seventh-year super senior Tristan Gebbia, the transfer from Oregon State. He's going to get some time. Don't doubt if we even see guys like Mason Maggs and Chad Ray get some time on the field. Because as Ryan Day stated, this really is a game to get these guys who really, they don't see the field a whole lot, if ever, during the regular season. So this is an opportunity to get them out on the field and let them shine in front of probably going to have at least 50, 60,000 fans here today. It's going to be a gorgeous day, too. They're talking about a high of 80 degrees. But hearing that Devin Brown is not going to be playing today, your thoughts?
I think it takes away a little bit from what the fans were hoping to come and see at this event game. But from all the reports and from everything that we have seen so far, we know that Kyle McCord pretty much has the upper foot in this competition this year to start with. So, yes, it's disappointing, but also, too, you do want to see more of Kyle McCord and not have to worry about him stepping into competition or looking over his shoulder, not that this is the time to do it anyway. So, yes, it sucks, but no, it's not bad. And really, at most, we're going to see him maybe play a quarter, maybe a little more than a quarter, but like you said, we're going to see those guys that are likely never to see the field because you're not going to go past your third string, even in a blowout game, to just come and play in front of 50, 60, 70,000 fans on a really, really nice day in April in Columbus, Ohio at the Shoe. So it's still an experience, even though it is the spring game. But the people here, you know Ohio State fans, they don't hold back on how they cheer for this team, even if it is just a practice. So I think that you're going to get to see Kyle McCord, which is likely your starter on day one for the 2023 season, and that is not a bad thing.
Absolutely not.
Do we want to see Devin Brown? it will come. The time will
Absolutely.
come,
Yes.
and I'm sure he will get playing time once the season starts, whether it's in blowout or I wouldn't be surprised if things are going the way they say they are going. If you see him in certain packages, not as a 1 and 1A, but as a 1 and 2, but you see some stuff where Ryan Day throws, or I should say it's not Ryan Day,
Brian
Hartline
which
throws a couple of curveballs.
We'll see if that
to
comes
opposing
fruition,
teams, or at least try them out in the first few games.
Yeah.
So that's at least what I think about today. As for the defense, you know what you're getting in Steel Chambers, you know what you're getting in Tommy Eichenberg, you know what you're getting in a lot of this defense. What you actually really want to look for is offensive line.
Yes.
How are they going to figure out
Yes.
a new center, a new quarterback? How's that whole offensive line is going to figure
Right
out
tackle
how
right
to
now
play?
has been a
Yes.
battle.
So this is where you really actually want to look with a little bit more of a discerning eye, but also take it with a grain of salt. One, this is spring camp. Two, the defensive line is significantly better.
Oh, man.
So take it with a grain of salt, but it's good that they're playing against a tougher competition in order to kind of prove themselves.
Well, and one good thing that's going to come out of today's game is the guys we are going to get to see, and not just the guys who have been on the team for a few years that we don't get to see in game action. Very cool for them to get their time, don't get me wrong. But 12 early enrollees, folks.
Yeah.
12 true freshmen early enrollees are going to play this game, including tight end Jelani Thurman, wide receiver, the Rogers boys, Noah and Bryson, as well as wide receiver Carnell Tate. Been a lot of hype surrounding Carnell Tate, number 17. Keep your eye on him. So I know a lot of eyeballs are going to go to him. But let's not also forget about some of the guys that came in last year. That wide receiver core was a pretty banner bunch in Kojo Antwi, Caleb Brown, Caleb Burton, and Keon Grace. So I'm going to be interested to see what kind of passing game are they going to have today, because with Travion Henderson out, and I didn't mention Evan Pryor, he's also been out this spring. I didn't mention the walk-on explosion that happened in TC Caffrey for the Toledo game. He's been out, so this is primarily
all of those guys are recovering from injuries, so this is fine.
Right, but it's primarily been the Chip and Dallin show at running back, and Mayan Williams. Now he was not. He left practice earlier. He wasn't practicing, I believe, on April 1st. So he's kind of been spotty. He's been in and out. He's not a scratch for today. He is listed as being a participant. I don't expect him to run a whole lot. No. But I am going to be interested to see how Kyle McCord responds throwing the football to some of these younger guys with not having an Emeka Ibuka, a Julian Fleming out there. And let's face it, Marvin Harrison, you might see him for one series, throw him the ball one time, and he's probably going to be coming out after.
Right. And I let Andy do all the names because he's way better at this than I am. So,
well, when you've got a mind that can absorb primarily useless knowledge most of the time, but when it comes to this, I feel like it's useful. So some things just tend to soak in better.
So let's wrap this up. We kind of really almost relayed what our expectations are. I don't really have anything to add. It's just, enjoy it. If you're out here and you're watching this later, we hope that you had a good time in this fantastic weather at the shoe. And we hope for no injuries. And let's have fun out there.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great game and a great day for football. And until then, enjoy this 2023 spring game. I'm sure we'll be talking to him in the post-game wrap-up.
Absolutely, and we're also going to have a full gallery, and obviously Andy will write a phenomenal post-spring game recap. So be sure to check those out, and check out our YouTube if you're watching on Facebook. Check out our YouTube at Columbus Wired. So.
And be sure, to check out this guy's picks. Trust me, his picks compared to my writing, it's night and day.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, no, I do. So, also, if you're unable to watch the game for some reason, but you got your phone in your hand and you're a Twitter bug, check us out on Twitter. I'll be giving you live game updates at Columbus_Wired. So be sure to check that out as well. So until then, post game wrap up. Everybody take care. Enjoy the game.